Welcome back to our 7-day series, The 7 Secrets to Victorious Christian Living, the importance of living in victory every day. Today we want to focus towards the end of the day, and we're going in reverse as we start our day. So when we get home and do all the things that we need to do as we prepare for bed, we have our evening devotions. And while morning devotion is a chore, especially for our young people, and probably for us as well, having to get up early and meditate and so forth, evening devotion is kind of a thing that persons look forward to. You've had your dinner, you've took your bath, and you gather with the family. And how is that essential and beneficial in your victorious Christian living? Very much so, very much so. Because as one of the last activities that you do for the day, all the things that you've gone throughout the day, even as you would have gone down the path of purity and love and all the good things, sure enough, things would have come into your head, things would have come into your thoughts, things would have come into your experience. And as you give the Lord the last portion of the day, you're pushing all those things out. You're going to sleep, and even as those things would want to invade, on your mind will be the songs that you sung in praise to the Lord, the scriptures that you would have shared, and the devotional message that you would have read. And it would have allowed you to go to sleep with a peace upon your mind. And that's why in this portion, I want to tell you that that ought to be the last thing you do before you go to bed. Except for, as we'll see in day 7 of the presentation, having that personal prayer time before you go to sleep. You want to make sure, my friends, that the TV and the internet and the social media and all the news, you would have consumed all of that with the dinner prior to your bath and so forth, so that you don't come into devotion, evening devotions, having just flicked off your YouTube and whatnot. You want to come in prepared to have your mind in tune with the mind of God. And you want to come in at a good time. You want to settle down and have your family around you and be in a mood, prepared to hear from the Lord, prepared to talk to the Lord. Again, remember, we are seeking victorious Christian living. And as we have our minds molded and fashioned and in a routine to praise the Lord, you can't do so divided. You can't do so divided, just thinking about, oh, I saw this on YouTube, and it's percolating around your brain. You want to shut off all of that prior to you gathering the family, or even if it's just you. You can't just have shut off YouTube and just sat down to have your devotion. Let that be consumed, like I said, with your evening meal, and prior to your shower or whatever, before you get ready for devotion. Put all that away, because as you're worshiping, as you're praising God, guess what images are coming through your head? Not of divine things, not of the songs that you are thinking about, but the things that you just observed. And it may be good, it may be bad, it may be whatever, but at the same time, you don't want to come into this most sacred, solemn time with those images on your mind. And also, you don't want to be there in a groggy mood, sleepy mood, or whatever. So make sure all of that, would have been resolved. You got a nap before you come home. You get a nap, and you're refreshed because you want to go to the Lord, not haphazardly, but in spirit and in truth. And if there's any lingering of that, you just give it to the Lord. And I promise you, you've experienced it, I'm sure. And He will work things out, and He'll wake you up. And as you sing, Trust You Me, and those songs are lively, that will wake you up too. And where you was just in a moment trying to, let me get this over with, and you sing those beautiful uplifting songs, you're probably going to go into 3 or 4 songs extra than you meant to, because that's the power of music. And so evening devotion is very critical, and it lines up with in ancient times when they had the morning and the evening sacrifice. And that's what the Lord wants us to continue to do, even though we don't do the sacrifice of the animals. The Lord wants us to come before Him with a sacrifice of praise. And all the things that might have happened throughout the day, He wants us to come in that evening session, bow before him, offer our petitions of praise, of thanksgiving, and so forth. And with that in our hearts, with that in our mind, we will have indeed full, free, and unfettered access to when we get ready to have our own personal, private prayer time, when we spend a sweet hour in prayer. That's what we're going to be talking about in our last session. But brethren, before I close, I want to remind you to please go to the website that's linked in the description, Your Power Manual. And there's powerful stuff on that page. There's powerful stuff in the study guide, and all those resources that's there on the page. If you have not yet checked them out, please do so. May God bless you abundantly as you continue to have a desire to be more and more like him. And God bless you.
He's still working on me to make me what I ought to be. It took him just a week to make the moon and stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. How kind and loving he must be. He's still working on me. A mirror of his work, a sign upon my heart. I won't forget that there's an unfinished part, but I'll be perfect just according to his plan. I'm fashioned by the master's loving hand. He's still working on me to make me what I ought to be. It took him just a week to make the moon and stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. How kind and loving he must be. He's still working on me. He's still working on me to make me what I ought to be. It took him just a week to make the moon and stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. How kind and loving he must be. He's still working on me. He's still working on me.